All right, y'all. So part three, why I would never have a one night stand again. All right, so I was just utterly confused because I'm like, baby, where does fiance come from? And so I'm like, you know what? Don't even worry about it, baby. He's talking about I don't know how I'm gonna tell my fiance, blah blah blah. I'm gonna need a blood test. I'm like, oh, you know what? You got that, okay? Matter of fact, I'm gonna see you and your fiance in court in 9 months because I'm not even about to play with y'all. Cause where was she at when you was like, you know what I'm saying? You had me all by your house. Like, I literally did not see nothing with a female, you know what I'm saying, at his house or whatever. So, y'all, when I tell you, I just put in my mind at that very moment, like, okay, Ronika, you about to do this 9 months by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I just had prepared myself for that. Y'all, when I tell you, them 9 months was so rough because my son, my oldest son, I was with his daddy. I experienced the pampering. I experienced, just, being with a man and, being pregnant for that man and stuff like that. We was together. After the pregnancy, we lived together. I've been on my own since I was 17. You know what I'm saying? I moved in with my son daddy. So I knew what it was like, to have that pampering, being pregnant, being pampered, being loved on. And that's something that I truly lacked during my second pregnancy with my oldest daughter, y'all. It was rough. Like, it was times where, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to give up. I remember calling my mama and telling her, like, mama, like, I just want to give up. I didn't want to, myself. I didn't want to do that, but I just felt so weak because I was just like, what? I had a lot of regret. Like, what did I get myself into? Like, I don't even know this man, and clearly he's not a good person, because if you lying about, whatever you got going on, then you just not a good person. And so I did the whole 9 months, by myself. And I was in hair school at the time. I was pushing through hair school and everything, y'all. And when I tell you, I end up having my baby. But here's the thing, y'all. His fiance was a lunatic. When I tell you she was a lunatic, like, she believed anything that he said. She was actually mad with me. So come to find out, him and her was on a break. They were on a break, okay? And that's when me and him messed around. But she, for some reason, took all her anger out on me. And I'm like, girl, I don't even know you. I didn't know nothing about you. And so y'all already know, like, one thing about it, I was about to bat her down. Because I'm like, girl, please stay in your lane. And it's like, at the end of the day, what am I batting you down for? I don't know you. I don't care about you. I don't even care about him. But you're not going to play with me either. She used to call me off his phone, like, during my pregnancy, being weird and stuff like that. And I'm like, girl, look, go talk to your man. Like, I do not want your man. And y'all, y'all ready for this? This the kicker right here. Y'all remember I told y'all, he told me he had one child? Y'all, why this man, I found out this man had like 10 kids. 10. Do you hear me? Like, buku kids. Buku kids that he did not take care of. Yeah, I had got myself in a whole bunch of mess, y'all. But you know what, dude? Through it all, I'm gonna tell y'all, God is good. Cause God, when I tell you he sent a ram in a bush, guess what, y'all? My son daddy, me and him was not together. He knew my daughter was not his. It was impossible, right? We was not together. We was not sleeping together, y'all. When I tell you, he used to come pick up my son. My son was like 5, 6 at the time. He used to come pick up my son. My son is his only child. And for like a year, he used to see my daughter. She used to try to like go with him and stuff like that. Because, at that time, she really didn't have a daddy like this. So he started taking her. Like, I didn't want him to, because I'm like, oh, how that's gonna look, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want people to think like I'm just, just a nasty person. Like, I got you with my daughter, you know what I'm saying? Even though I know him, I trusted him. But he started taking care of my daughter, y'all. And when I tell you, from like right under 1, and she's 12, and he takes care of her to this day. That's his daughter, you know what I'm saying? You cannot tell him that's not his daughter. But if you tell him that's not his daughter, he will fight you. Point blank, period. And so when I say God will have a ram in a bush for you, he will. Even though you feel like you've made mistakes in life, even though you feel like you have made a mess of things, God will come and he will make that mess, turn that mess into a masterpiece. Hello, I'm a living witness, y'all. It was a lot with that situation, y'all. If y'all want to know how co-parenting is with somebody, that you had a one night stand with, please comment below, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop some more videos. All right. So see you later.